Okay. Hello, you are welcome to my channel. My name is Olivia. In this video, I'm going to be answering all your questions around industrial sewing machine and also how to buy your own industrial sewing machine. So do keep on watching this video. Let's get right into this. It's important to research on industrial sewing machines or any type of machine you want before you go ahead and buy. Okay, so what is the first thing to consider? Consider your niche. What are you doing? Are you sewing bags? Are you sewing leather? Are you making garments or clothing for people? So based on that, then you can get the type of industrial machine suitable for your niche. If you are sewing any form of outfit, so far as it is just clothing that you are making, then I think you will need a normal industrial sewing machine, right? But if you are making something like a leather bag or just a bag, you can just use the normal industrial machine to sew your bags. Okay, you can, but as a business, it will be hard for you to do different styles with the kind of industrial machine we all use. Okay, so there are specific machines for specific use. Okay, you need to also consider whether you want a digital sewing machine or a normal industrial sewing machine or a domestic sewing machine. Okay, and so if you consider that, we have digital industrial sewing machine as well. It has its own advantages. For the digital one, I've ever used one, so I've experienced it. You can use the sewing machine paddle to cut your thread. You can use the sewing machine paddle to raise your foot. Most of the digital industrial machines do not have the reverse handle. They rather have a button that you press to reverse. If you want something like that too, then you can consider buying. My next point is consider asking experts. Okay, people that know so much about machines, machine repairers, or people who set up industrial machines. They have used it, they have repaired them, they know their strength and their weaknesses. Okay, the earlier point says that you need to know your niche. Okay, after considering your niche, you can then ask any expert, what kind of machine can I use for this particular work that I'm doing? Okay, they are experts, they know what is good. Yes, you can research, you can definitely research online, but they have practical experience, so they can give you the names of the brands that will be suitable for your work. Okay, after asking all those questions, you need to also note for yourself whether you want a machine that has a wheel or not. Okay, I wanted a machine with a wheel. Okay, so while my expert was explaining everything to me, I was also jotting and asking, does this machine has a wheel? If not, there will be a question mark there. Okay, but in all of this, you need to also consider your price. How much do you have to spend on your machine, or how much have you targeted to spend on your machine? Okay, every machine with its prices. Even the digital ones are much more expensive. If you are just asking before putting the money down, it is good. You know the prices, then you know how much you need to put down to buy your machine. Okay, you need to also consider your expenses around purchasing the machine and also the expenses on the setup. Another thing to also consider is whether you want a servo motor or the normal industrial machine motor, which is the big one. Even when you get to the shop to purchase, they'll ask you. So you need to know what you want before you get to the vendor, okay? Because when you get there, they'll ask you, as they usually say, do you want the small motor or the big motor? They are all of the same price, but whatever you want is what they'll add to the machine for you. Okay, yes, and this last one, make sure you buy from a known vendor. Buy from a known vendor. Simply put, if there is any issue, you can easily go there with your receipt and everything for them to sort it out for you. Okay, so let's move on to answer your questions. So the Gina says, congratulations, What is the difference between this industrial sewing machine and the ordinary one we use? For industrial machine, it is heavy duty. You can use it to sew thick outfits, okay, or any project you are working on. So far as it is thick or some parts are thick, you are safe to go, okay. It is also fast. It has a good speed and also has a wider space to work with. It has a table around the left side, and even where your hand will, or not, your right hand will normally be, there is enough space there to manipulate your work whilst sewing. So it is good. Industrial machine does not make so much noise like a domestic sewing machine. Even though I'm mentioning all these good things about industrial sewing machine, it has a bad part too. It does not have lots of stitches to begin with. It has only one straight stitch. You can't change the stitches, okay. You can't do much artwork with industrial sewing machine, and it is also heavy. It is not portable. You can't be moving it from one place to the other easily like that. But for domestic sewing machine, it is really portable. If I tell you how many times I move my domestic machine, again, it is portable. This is how portable the domestic sewing machine is, okay. It has a lot of stitches that you can work with. You can do patchworks with the domestic sewing machine. Also depend on the type of domestic sewing machine you are going for, okay. But this particular one can do artwork, patches, it can do button and buttonhole, okay. So I'm so glad that I even have a domestic sewing machine now and an industrial sewing machine. So if I'm done working and I need to work on buttonholes, I just move to my domestic machine and easily do my buttonholes, okay. So that's very good. It is less expensive and probably easy to purchase for anyone, okay. You can easily purchase that and be managing it until you are able to buy your own industrial machine. I've used this machine for 4 years now. In fact, I'm still using it. So I've been using it for 4 years now, 4 good years. So it is good. I was able to use it for everything. Even though industrial sewing machine is heavy duty, I was able to use the domestic sewing machine for my dress form. The parts were really thick, but with me being patient with the machine and taking my time, I was able to sew it. I was able to sew my dress form with the help of my needle size. I used size 16 or 18 to sew, so it was easy. I didn't really break the needles. It was kind of difficult to manipulate and sew. I just made a strategy on how I will easily sew, so I will not have much to handle at a go, okay. If you take your time, you can do a lot with domestic sewing machine, okay. Harvey also got a new industrial machine, so he is asking, how does the P and the S signs work? How do they work? Basically, the P and the S have functions. S is used to switch off and switch on your lights, okay. That's if you have light with your industrial machine, okay. The P has different functions depending on the instruction that comes with the machine, okay. They have a particular number you will dial, and that number will give you a specific function, okay. So for instance, my functions end around 17, 18. That's 1, 2, 3 up to 18. To dial any of the numbers, first you must press and hold P, and then you press plus. That means you are trying to get to a particular function, okay. So after pressing, you see P, then 0, 0. So that's the beginning. So to continue, you just press plus, okay. Plus will go to 1, 2, 3. From 0, if you press the minus sign, the minus sign will send you to the last number, which is 18. Different machines have up to 20, 25, 26, okay. So it will send you to the last one, then you can easily move about, or you can begin from 1, 2, 3. Let's say I'm getting to 16. I want the function 16, so I'll press the plus button till I get to 16. After getting to the function 16, then you press the P, button again, which will mean enter. Okay, so you enter the function and it will display. All right, so you need to follow the instructions that you have. The instructions will help you. Okay, so I hope this explanation helps you to understand your instruction more. Okay, the P function also is used to raise or lower your needle, to allow the needle to move up or allow the needle to remain down while stitching. If you are working with curves, outfits that you have to pivot a lot, using the needle, the function of the needle down is easier. Okay, so while stitching, the needle always remains down. Whether you stop or not, it remains down. So that way, if you want to pivot or you want to change direction, you don't need to use the wheel to direct where the needle needs to be before you change your direction. Okay, so that's the function of the P. Mine is just to press the P and then it will on, either down or up. So I'll just press again to change whether I want it to be up or down, or press again to off it completely. Maybe I don't want the function to work. So that is it about P and S signs on the servo motor. Someone also asked how much I got my industrial sewing machine. I got it for 3,900 Ghana cedis. That is almost 4,000. But that was not all I spent. I used a particular amount for all the expenses around the industrial machine. Okay, so in total I used 4,000 plus. I hope all your questions has been answered and this video was also helpful to you. If it has, give it a thumbs up. I mean, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you are yet to, and also turn on your notification bell to be notified whenever there is a new video. Thank you for all the congratulatory messages. I will see you in the next one. Bye.